What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about Evil Bong 3, The Wrath of Bong, which is also known as Evil Bong 3D, The Wrath of Bong, and Evil Bong 3, Reefer Madness. That's a lot of titles going on. Too many titles for me. Very confusing. But anyways, let me get into my review of Evil Bong 3. So first things first, I'm going to give you all my overall opinion, and my overall opinion of this movie is that I'm not a fan. I said this in my previous review. I am a fan of the Evil Bong franchise. I like quite a few movies in the franchise, but like any franchise, there's movies that in the franchise that I just do not like. So this is one of them. The last time that I saw this, I did not like it, and upon rewatching it, I'm still not a fan of this one. It doesn't do it for me. But anyways, now that I've given you all my general consensus of the movie, I'm gonna jump into a little plot summary. So we got the same cast of characters. The movie starts out with this random guy. He's just walking. Well, actually, he's not just walking in the woods. He's like burying his wife. So yeah, he's just chilling in the woods, burying his wife's body. Normal, routine, chill activities. He's doing his thing. And then he comes across this meteor, and he finds this alien bong in the meteor. So he goes to this smoke shop, and the smoke shop is actually owned by Brett, and Bachman works there. He ends up selling the bong, and Brett and Bachman, they're like, what the heck, dude, why are you wearing gloves? Because when this guy touched the alien bong, he got this like alien weed that started growing all over him, and he touches their counter and the alien weed grows everywhere. So all the while this is happening, Alistair is in the same forest, and he finds the meteor as well, and he's trying to do scientific research on it. He's played by a different actor once again, which is kind of funny. He's played, like, every appearance that he has, he's pretty much played by a different actor, so that's awesome. And they make Larnell makes a joke about it again. He's like, hey Al, you look different. What have you been, hitting the weights, hitting the creatine? So that was a funny little joke once again. I enjoyed that. But anyways, when Alistair is researching the meteor, he bumps into Larnell. Larnell just like pops out of nowhere. They reconnect, and they go to Brett and Bachman's smoke shop, and basically Bachman was in the back room. He smoked the alien bong. He got sucked in. So for the rest of the movie, everyone is trying to save Bachman, and their plan is they want to get the original Evil Bong again, EB, to basically give them insight into like how they can defeat this alien bong. So they reconnect with Larnell's grandfather. He's got the Evil Bong, and then they all go into this alien bong to try and defeat it with the Evil Bong. But then the alien bong is basically like harvesting them. It's taking their sperm. That might sound like did I just hear that right? But yeah, the alien bong is taking their seed, and the reasoning is it's trying to make this like hybrid race of human alien hybrids that can like pass as humans and take over the world. So that is the basic plot summary. I feel like I kind of explained that. It took like a while to explain that, but it is what it is. But anyways, now I'm gonna get into my overall review. I'm gonna start off with why I did not like this movie compared to the other ones, and it was really just for one main thing. You know, the first two movies, they had some funny moments. This movie lacked any funny moments in my opinion. The last movie, Evil Bong 2, it had a lot of funny, memorable lines. There was a lot of funny situations and sequences. This movie just fell flat in my opinion. It wasn't funny. And these movies, they're like kind of horror comedy, weird B movies. I need the comedy. So the main thing that led me to just not enjoy this was the comedy was just not there, especially compared to the other ones. Like the other ones are not like the funniest movies ever, but they have some funny, memorable lines and they have some funny situations going on. This movie was just not funny at all, and it was just kind of bland and boring. So that's the main reason why I did not like it. Another point that I want to get into, when I was, reading up on this movie, I actually found out that this movie got a small theatrical run, which is really interesting. And then I read that this was actually the first full moon movie to get a little theatrical release. All the other full moon movies previously were just released, direct to video, because like that's the whole thing with like full moon. Like the first Puppet Master was gonna get a theatrical release, but then they're like, just on a whim, they're like, let's try direct to video. And the first Puppet Master was like a huge financial success direct to video, because that was like, I believe it came out in 1989. Late 80s, like home movies were becoming big. In the early to mid 80s, I don't think home video was really a thing. Like if you were to get, like to buy movies, I feel like they were really expensive and only certain movies were available. But like late 80s and then into the 90s, like VHS was huge, and you could make a killing on these direct to video movies. Like you could make bank. Nowadays, you can't make any money direct to video, but you used to be able to make bank. So yeah, Full Moon has always been direct to video, and now I think they do like streaming stuff, because you gotta adapt to survive. But I thought that was really interesting that this got a theatrical release, and part of there was kind of like this marketing gimmick where it was a 3D movie. I've never watched this in 3D, but then also viewers who saw this in the theaters, they got these like scratch and sniff cars that they could smell at certain points of the movie, and I thought that was really unique and interesting, and a cool little gimmick. And it reminded me of this one horror movie called Popcorn. It's this slasher movie from the 90s. It's really obscure. I did a review of it on the channel, but basically in that movie there's all these kids, and they're going to this like horror movie marathon, and they're all in costume. It's awesome. But anyways, when they're watching these horror movies in the movie marathon, there's all these like gimmicky things going on, like there's this like fog that comes out, and like there's like, if there's like a smelly instance in the movie, this like fog or like kind of mist will come out, and they'll be able to like smell like the like a smelly smell from the movie. Or there's like one instance where like this giant prop will like fly over them. This giant like monster prop will fly over them. So I thought that was cool that Full Moon did that in real life, because I saw that in that Popcorn movie, where in addition to just watching the movie, there's like extra sensory stuff going on for entertainment value. And I thought that was fun. I think it's cool that, you know, Evil Bong 3 did that in real life. That's pretty awesome. Another random point that I want to talk about is I mentioned that when people would touch the alien bong or the alien weed, they would get this like green stuff on their hands, and they would grow all this alien weed all over them. Like at one point, Bachman is just completely covered in alien weed, and okay, they found not the evil bong. They found the alien bong on this or in this meteor, and I just thought that it was like the same concept as that in the first Creep Show. There's this one story where there's this character, and he's played by Stephen King, and he finds this meteor, and like he like touches it, and then he gets all this like vegetation, this like grass looking stuff growing all over him, and this was like extremely similar to that, like pretty much the same concept, and I kind of like that. I feel like, you know, what was that supposed to be an homage to Creepshow? Like, I mean, hopefully, because if it was, that would have been a cool nod, because you know, the Creepshow movies are pretty cool. I like really like the second one. The second Creepshow is my favorite in the franchise. But yeah, the Creepshow movies are cool. So if like that element of the plot was kind of an homage to Creepshow, I think that's awesome. Moving on. Oh yeah, this is the last point that I have written down. But something that I liked about the movie was in this movie they're transported yet again to a different Bong world. Like in the first one, they're in the normal Bong world of the regular Evil Bong, EB, and then in the second one they're in a different Bong world, which is like King Bong's Bong world. And this one, they're yet again in another Bong world, the Alien Bong's Bong world, and it's, I don't know, it's kind of a cool setting. It's like all black, and it's kind of like this like purgatory state, this like dreamlike state, and there's all these like it's like a lot of like neon lighting going on, and all of the set dressings are just like bright green neon, and they almost have this like slimy look to them, and all the women in the Bong world, they're once again, you know, topless. That's like a staple of the franchise. If you're in a Bong world, you gotta have topless ladies to you know, seduce these gentlemen and you know, do whatever they want with them, like whatever evil nefarious plans they have going on. Like once these gentlemen are seduced, they can just take advantage of them. So yeah, basically the Alien Bong world looked really cool. Like I really liked the lighting, all the set dressings were cool, all of the women. Yeah, that's what I was just gonna talk about. I kind of like went off on a tangent, but all the topless women in the Bong world, they had this like neon body paint on them. They were supposed to look like alien women, and I don't know, they looked pretty cool. Like all the makeup that was done on them. I mean, they didn't really look like aliens. They just like looked like ladies with body paint on, but I don't know, I thought they looked cool. So yeah, I thought the Alien Bong world looked cool, and I think it's cool how in the first three movies they're in like different Bong worlds from all these different evil Bongs. I don't know, I just think it's like a fun little concept, and I like how they switch it up a little bit. So yeah, that was the last point that I wanted to talk about. So now I'm going to get into my recommendation and head out. And like I said, you know, the comedy was not there in this. The story and everything, it was just, I don't know, just everything about this movie was kind of bland, forgettable, kind of boring. And like I said, the comedy wasn't there. Even though I did like that we, you know, got all the original cast members except Alistair back. You know, that was cool, but I don't know. It still didn't save it for me. There just wasn't enough going on in this one. So unless you're like me and you want to like knock out the entire franchise, I would say skip this one. Most of these movies have recaps at the beginning anyway, so you could just go into the other ones, like the later entries, and you don't even really need to watch this to follow it. And a lot of these movies, they're like crazy and they don't make a lot of sense anyway, so you won't miss out if you skip the third one. Like I said, this movie's boring, it's not funny. I would say skip it. I don't think it's worth your time. It's one of the ones in the franchise that I just don't really like. So, yeah, that's my recommendation, and I pretty much said everything that I wanted to say about Evil Bong 3. So I'm gonna head out here. Thank you all very much for watching, and peace out.